Hello everyone. So I'm actually just making this video for myself in the case where I do post it. This is the shorter version. I did just make a really long video of going over these. So I got my first Oracle card, tarot card deck. So this is the Shamanic Healing deck, and this is what the cards look like. It says Shamanic Healing Oracle, and comes in a nice little box. I did, do a prayer. I did some saging and all of that. Asked a couple questions, and yeah, so I'm just going to share a quick little overview here of what I did come up with the cards. So first off, I asked what my purpose is currently. So my purpose in the past, present, and future. The past purpose was the past, present, and future. That one exemplifies a processing of the things that I've gone through that have held me back, that have been in my present, that could have been in my future. The things that I reevaluated, the things that I worked on, the things that were hard struggles, the things that connect together, like the past, present, and the future. Everything impacts everything else, and as when I was in such destruction and pain, it was going to create more of that. So the past, present, and the future was going to resemble a lot of the same. So I stepped out of that, and I'm shedding my past still, but I'm really heading into my present, and I really resonate with this present card here for my purpose. Really, it's like a little swan here with the sunshine and some water, the airflow there, and the ground. So really, like, this is getting in touch with who I am, discernment, connecting to Mother Earth and nature, connecting to what's right for me, what feels good for me, what is, and those 4 elements there. Building a connection with myself and others even more, getting a better understanding of my place, and the things that I do want, so I do have that discernment in my future. And so I do have the strength to move forward with what I do know with confidence and clarity. So yeah, I am working on my intuition. I'm working on meditation and getting that connection with myself, really creating that bond again with myself in a greater way. Over the last couple of years, I've really been working a lot on development, personal, physical, mental, emotional, every possible way I've been working on myself. So really, psychic development, I get that is and so with my past, I have experienced difficulties in relationships that held me back and put me into a position where I took on templates, you could say, of dysfunction or thoughts that didn't serve me. So in a past relationship, my partner had some sexual dysfunction, and I took that personally, and that hurt me, and maybe I should have communicated better with my partner. I should have loved them through that pain that they were experiencing instead of putting them down in my head. Because I took it personally. I thought it was my fault. I thought I wasn't attractive enough. I thought I wasn't doing well enough, performing well enough. I thought maybe, with the things I was experiencing, my life falling apart, his wasn't the best either. He was a little sick too. That sorry, I just kind of spaced out there. Yeah, I took that on as something that hurt my heart, and I ended up with the same problem, actually. I ended up with lower sexual desire than I've had in the past and that I'm comfortable with. and a complete change in really perspective of yeah of that connection. So I guess I've lost that connection, and I'm working on regaining that, and that's also part of my psychic development. Having that discernment to know what I do enjoy and what I don't enjoy, so that I can make better decisions between what gives me pleasure and what gives me pain. And so going into the future, and what is other people's pain and what's my pain, and what can actually be resolved and worked through, and what needs to be let go of and surrendered and understood that it's not my energy to fix. Sorry, I'm kind of referencing a relationship, which will come in the next cards here. Then the next one here, the future is sexual energy. And so really I think that's just going to be me embracing all that I've gone through and all that I've learned and experienced, and going forward with power and understanding that I know that what I've gone through has been difficult and challenging, and anyone that has been gone through this experience would understand the impacts on your physical system and your mental system, and kind of it's like hitting a reset button when you go into depression or when you go out of depression. It's like, okay, I'm doing better now. Wait, why isn't this working? No matter what you do, like I could probably, sure, I could go try hooking up with someone and maybe get a quick fix and feel that surge of sexual energy, but is that my sexual energy? No. Is that authentic to me? No. It's from an outside source. So, I mean, that's fine. We all, we can come together, come apart. But this sexual healing one here is about so just it's a state of mind to reside in, which is the energy of life and love. Sex creates children, sex created me. So yeah, really rising up out of the first and second chakras are the root of our sexual feelings. So I've had a lot of trauma in my root and stuff like that. Those are things I'm working on. Just like, so it's unfortunate that I have these disconnections, because it allows other people to take advantage of me if I don't get my energies right. And if they don't have their energies right, then it's just a cluster. Okay, so I should have just read this instead of looking at it. I did that in the other video one. So really just, I don't want to seek validation with my sexual energy from someone else. I need to seek that from myself. So just being happy and grounded in the sexual energy that I have and that I use and that I direct is going to propel me in the future, because I'm going to understand myself and others and what this connection is and all of that. So when you can merge your connection to Creator with your connection to the earth, without any fillers or blocks between the two, you will experience a complete and true connection. So, yeah. Okay, let me actually just read it straight over here. In the purest sense, sexual energy is not an energy to be expanded from you. It is a state to reside in. The first and second chakras are the root of our sexual feelings. When you use this very potent energy to manipulate people and situations, you are doing yourself a huge disservice. When you expand your life force energy up from your first two chakras and incorporate the energy from your heart and your crown, you can experience the most complete and divine experience of sexual energy possible. This doesn't even have to include another person. When you can merge your connection to Creator with your connection to the earth, without any fillers or blocks between the two, you will experience a complete and true connection. We act as the conduit between heaven and earth, and when we put ourselves into this energy at any given time, we are not tempted to use our sexual energy in a way that feeds our need for validation. Nor are we easily manipulated by others' outputting of sexual energy. This card is asking you to look at where sexual energy is directed in your life. Oh my god. So maybe I've had sexual energy directed in negative ways in the past, and for my future, I really need to make sure that that sexual energy is directed in a positive direction instead of in a negative direction that doesn't serve me and that just brings me more pain instead of the pleasure that I'm seeking with a partner and with life. So it's really just like breaking those blocks and filters of what the old life used to be, and of what my old life used to be and how it worked, and going into the new of really embracing what does work for me, and letting that come through. Okay, so that is it for the first reading of my purpose here. So I have that past, present, and future for the past. Present, I have psychic development, and future, I have sexual energy. And as an addition to this one, I did a second set draw here. And this has to do with myself and this relationship currently that I've been in for some time. So it's been quite the journey, and these cards actually clarified some things for me, so that's pretty cool. So I asked the same question, past, present, future. So for past on this one, I got 23, forgiveness. There is the sunshine and the moon, so the light and the dark, the balance of light and dark. So this is about forgiving. I'm forgiving myself and many people in my past, as well as this person. And I know this person is working on forgiving me and taking down those filters and those blocks that he also had in his energy in his sexual energy from past relationships and from our past together, because of course there's been a lot of changes. People do change. So really just forgiving our actions of the past and our being of the past, those past lives that we lived, and just understanding that it was the past and we need to accept and forgive ourselves in order to actually move forward in a constructive way. It's really late. Shh. Okay, so then next up we have here the card in the present, which is divine timing. So our purpose for the present, divine timing, basically, 30. Okay. Wait. 30. Not 40. How did I get all the way over there? Okay, divine timing. How often do you feel that you want things in your life to change now? Of course. But they don't change right away. I've accepted that. But yeah. Not 2 years from now, not even 2 months, but right this instant. Seldom do we see the whole picture of why our lives are unfolding the way they are. We don't need to. What we need to do is surrender to the way things are right now. That doesn't mean to not take action when a situation is untenable. Untenable. What it means is to let your life unfold before you so that you have access to all information, all lessons, and all the people you will need to go where you are headed. Divine timing is at work in this situation. Try not to fight it. Instead, go within during meditation and ask the questions you want answers to. Why not now? How can I best prepare myself? What lessons do I need to learn prior to the change I want to see? You will get answers. So yeah, I can imagine, based on the things that have been coming towards me in the last couple of months and years, I'm guided in maybe the right direction to make this fall together eventually. Maybe not. I don't feel like I can't hold on to the attachment of ever having it work out, because of how it's worked out and how it's not working out. So yeah, so maybe it would work 2 months from now, maybe it would work 2 minutes from now, maybe it would work 2 years from now, maybe 5, maybe it'll never work. So yeah, the only reason that this relationship has gone on so long is because I have understood that there's a purpose to it all, and that it has helped both of us. We've both changed and transformed and grown. It's unfortunate to see that growth and to love that person in the ways that you love them, and then just to have it not be enough, or just to not be treated with kindness at that point, to not be treated like how you should be treated in that point. But pain holds people back from feeling love and from doing what's right sometimes. So it's just a matter of understanding that divine timing. He has things he needs to learn, and so do I. So why not now? How can I best prepare myself? What lessons do I need to learn prior to the change I want to see? And that will give us enlightenment. So we'll see how that unfolds. It's been divine timing for quite a while now. So is that divine timing? And then the last card kind of perplexed me a little bit. Not really though. Sacred Space, 21. So this one is about find a spot in your home or office that you can access easily. Create a sacred spot just for you. This will be the place for you alone. If space is at a premium, then a shelf or a corner will do. Put here only the items that hold significant meaning to you and touch you on a deep personal level. Examples are photos of loved ones, rocks, feathers, shells. Place a candle even if it cannot be lit. This signifies the element of fire and represents the flame of Creator's love for you. The fire of creation or purification. Perhaps fire means something entirely different to you. Use this space to go to daily, even if it's just for a few moments, to ground and calm yourself. Working this into your daily routine will bring you to a place of greater understanding. So that is the future with this relationship. Creating that sacred space, which is very important, of course, in the physical as well in the mental and emotional, through things like meditation. So I guess kind of like creating an altar, as they would say. It's like an altar, a place where you keep a couple of your favorite things that guide you and you appreciate and you feel good around. It's sacred for you. I kind of have my whole room as that. I'm grateful for the space I'm in, but it's not the best for me. It's not the most sacred. So for me, creating that sacred space, I'm still figuring out how I'm going to go about doing that. But when it comes to having a partner or not having a partner with that, it can be a little confusing. So some of these cards did say I needed to collect some more information. And so I understand that, but I just don't know how far in depth I should do that. So I guess I should stop asking questions and just ask the cards questions, or just ponder them a little bit more. But creating that sacred space for myself, and him even creating that sacred space for himself, would create a sacred space for us to come together in divine timing, where there is that forgiveness. Might never happen. I hate to even say that because beliefs have an impact on things, but with the way he sees relationships, I'm thinking that it's going to be more so one way or the highway, I guess. Like, I also believe in the fact that if it's meant for you, like, it's not gonna completely leave you, it's gonna be there, but if he wants something out of life and I can't give him that, and he's looking for something else and he finds it, he's gonna be happy, and I want him to be happy. I want him to find that. I want him to be happy. I want him to have that person that can sing with him. If I'm not good enough as a singer or songwriter to sing with him, then okay, I'm not the right one. Like, find what works for you. Because I would love to find what works for me, but that sacred space isn't there when we're both not there. We're both not present. We're both not present for it as much as we would hope it would be. So, yeah, that's the reading for this one. Top row for me, past, present, future, past, present, psychic development, future, sexual energy. And then for him in the relationship, past, forgiveness, present, divine timing, and future, sacred space. So I'm going to be working on all those things, and I'm going to continue to use these cards as a guide, a little bit of a guide for me. I'm not going to use them as a dictator, like that would not be cool. But I'm going to form my thoughts around these and see how I feel about these things. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed watching. I hope you got something from this reading. And if you have any insight or tips on this thing, then just let me know. And have a great rest of your day. Bye!